As Masorti Olami enters its 55th year of building, renewing, and strengthening Jewish life around the world, and connecting Jews to others who care about a traditional and modern Judaism, we turn to tonight's honorees to find out just what inspired them to be leaders of our movement, and just how important leaders are for the future of conservative Masorti Judaism around the world.
I care about the Jewish people because Judaism permeates everything that I do, and for that reason the Jewish people are very important to me. They're all family. I'm part of the conservative Masorti movement because it speaks positively to me and it's an integral part of my life. I can't imagine it not being there.
How could I not care about the Jewish people? We are Jewish first, and we have to take care of ourselves. Everything that I do, I think, has an impact throughout the world because we are all connected through our Judaism, through our Yiddishkeit, through our love of Israel, through our passions. Whether it's in synagogue, whether we're davening, or whether we're in a bar or at a football game, we have to connect to each other and be relatable and be there for each other to connect. And only then can we become a sacred community and be together, truly together. That's why Masorti Olami is such a wonderful organization, because around the world we connect with each other and relate to each other as Masorti Jews.
If someone is educated and has a little bit of a spark in them, they can bring a sense of excitement to the movement that we so care about and the sense of Judaism and Jewish life which is so concerning to everybody.
I think that one can be a leader without even knowing it. We can be strong leaders by acting in ways that are godly and holy and that other people want to emulate.
Leadership is education, leadership is the sense of dugma, of modeling, and leadership is showing people basically acharai. I'm going to do it, and then you will see it, and then please follow. They have to, I think, be involved in Jewish life in a significant fashion, which to me means the synagogue, it means involvement in the State of Israel, it means involvement in a local and national, perhaps international community.
I think that the leadership qualities that I bring to positions is that I work well with other people. I try to get consensus and bring people together. When I work with other lay leaders and professionals in the movement, I try to develop partnerships. And I think that that is very, very important because we each bring our different strengths to a project. And by forging partnerships, we make the most of those strengths.
I've met so many wonderful people, and I'm convinced more and more that our message of tolerance, of tradition, of a sense of concern for the past and for the future, and a concern for humanity and for God, with the State of Israel being a very important part of our philosophy, is really a message that must be taught and must be caught by our generation and the next one as well.
That's a great lesson to be used in every aspect of our lives, especially when we're connecting with people around the world. Listening to each other, respecting each other, leads to care, and again, to a global community of understanding.
What we really need are people who care about making this movement something of a future for the community in which they live. Each community is a little bit different. I've been in France and in London and in Madrid, I've been in Prague and in Budapest, I've been in Kiev, I've been in Latin America, in Buenos Aires, in Santiago, and I've seen these communities grow and attempt to create in their own particular area with not only leaders, but a sense of community.
I think the key challenges that the worldwide conservative Masorti movement needs to address is to define who we are and make people understand what conservative Masorti Judaism is and how it can be relevant and how it is relevant to their everyday life. To meet the challenge, you need leaders who have vision and who understand that they need to approach different people in different ways, because everyone will come to conservative Masorti Judaism through different portals.
There's much more that will bring a conservative Masorti Jew together from Madrid and from Budapest, from Mexico City to Chicago, from Toronto to Australia, than will ever separate us because of either our language or our culture. We feel comfortable with one another, we can walk into each other's shuls, we know the scholars who have taught us, and all of that, I think, will kind of bring us together. And the message for the future is we have a glorious past, we have to work in the present, and we have to create a future which is exciting for ourselves, our children, and our grandchildren, for the future of the Jewish people is very much dependent upon.
We are all passionate about what we do. Let's bring that passion together. Let's work together. We are all doing God's work. Let's do it together.
The community is composed by people from everywhere.
We have congregation in Australia.
In Japan.
We have a congregation in India.
In Russia, Uganda, South Africa,
Israel,
Ukraine,
Poland,
in Hungary,
Czech Republic, Netherlands,
Sweden,
Switzerland,
Germany,
the Ukraine,
Portugal, Spain, England, Argentina, in Chile,
in Brazil,
Peru,
in Uruguay,
Mexico,
Colombia.
Our activities range across the world.
More and more communities wanting to join our world movement.
This is why we need a worldwide Masorti conservative movement. And we invite you to be part of our success story.